Hi, I'm Bethan, and today I'm going to take you through some gentle moves that you can do sitting on a chair. So before we start, just make sure that you are sitting on the edge of your chair and that your back is away from the back so you're not slouching. So feeling that string coming out the top of your head so you're as long as you can be. And we're going to have our hands resting on our thighs here. So before you go, you're all sitting lovely and tall. From here, we're going to do everything 4 times today because that's a nice, easy number to remember. So we're going to start by nodding the head down and up. That counts as 1, so we go for 4 of these, down and up. They can be quite small to start with and get bigger as you go on. Last one, 4. And then we're going to go side to side. Again, start these quite small, and then when you've done a couple, see if you can go a little bit further each time. 2, that's 3, last one, 4. From here, slightly trickier now. Keep your shoulders down, but we'll take ear towards the shoulder, chin down to chest, and back up in the middle. And the other side, ear to shoulder, chin down to chest, and back up in the middle. 2 more, once more each side, ear to shoulder, chin down to chest, back up in the middle. There's lots of clicks and crunches on these. Ear to shoulder, chin down to chest, and back up in the middle. From here, we're going to go for some shoulder circles. So really let them go all the way up to the ears. Circle them around 4 times, going backwards to begin with. 3, last one, 4. And then see if you can go the other way, so up and forward. 1, 2, that feels a little bit stranger. 3, 4. And then just take them all the way up to the ears. Feel all that tension, build it up all the way to the ears and let it go. A couple more of these. Take the shoulders all the way to the ears and drop them down. 2 more like that, all the way to the ears and drop. On the last one now, slightly different. Bring them all to the ears and then slot those shoulder blades into the back pockets of your jeans so your shoulders are back and down, and then tuck those ribs away because they tend to pop out when we do that. So sitting really tall now in your seats. So we're going to try doing a few slouches and straightening. So we're starting sitting up nice and straight, and then just really slouch your back so that it leans against the chair, and bring yourself to straight again. So we slouch and straighten. 2 more. If I showed you this from the side, you can see my back go from being really straight into kind of like this C shape here before straightening out. 1 more to go. 4 and straighten. And then we have twists. So we're going to get this middle part of the spine nice and warm. We'll take a little reach around to one side and back. If you can't reach, doesn't matter, it might get easier as you go on. Try to reach round and back. We're going to do 4 of those. Reach, back, reach, and back. Doesn't matter if you can't reach. We're just aiming towards it, keeping the tummy nice and tight. Last one. Still tall. 4 and down. Moving the spine in the other way now, so we're going to go for a little lean down towards the floor. Build yourself back up, putting the tummy in nice and tight. We're not squashing down the side, we're lifting up to go over and up, so you're still working in your middle here. Lean and up, lean and up. Couple more. I've lost count already. Lean and up. Let's do 1 more for good luck. Lean, pulling up, lean, belly tightens to bring yourself up. From here we need to move in 1 more direction. Now we haven't gone all the way down, so we're going to start by bringing the chin towards the chest for a roll down, and then from there slowly bring down each vertebrae of the spine, so you're peeling down, and eventually the hands start to slide along the legs. You can see if you can reach your feet here. Doesn't matter if you can't reach, we're just aiming towards that. And when we get to the bottom, we're going to build back up from here. So stack the spine from the base of the spine. We start building ourselves back up to where we started. Head is the very last thing to arrive. Ta-da, on the top with a fancy new hairdo. And we're going to do that 3 times more. So chin down to the chest. Peel down, let the head get really heavy here. Shoulders become heavy. Arms start to slide down as we curl the back. Reach towards those toes. This should feel like a nice stretch and building back up. So we're getting warm when we do this as well, hopefully. Coming back up. 2 more to go. Curling down through. You can take this at your own speed. Whatever works for your back. We've got 1 more to go. Curling down. Letting those hands slide down the legs. When you get to the bottom, just nod the head. Yes, And shake the head now just to release that little bit more before the very last roll up. And coming up tall to finish seated there. From here, we haven't done very much with our legs, so we're going to start by just lifting the heel of our right foot and down. Lift it up and down. And you can have a little look, check all your toes are still on the floor and that we're not rocking out onto the little toe. Down, 4, and down. Then we're going to do the other one. Lift and down, lift and down. 2 more, 3. Last one, 4. So if you see that from the side, I'm just going from a flat foot down, going all the way up onto the toes there. So you should start to feel some activation in the legs here. We're going to do 2 at a time now, so it requires a bit more strength from the middles. So squeezing those heels off and down, feeling all the toes spreading on the floor, and down. 2 more, 3, and 4. From here, grabbing one leg, and we're going to start to loosen off in these legs. So we're going to go up and down. So you're using your arms and your strength to help you get this leg up, because it's quite hard to balance it on this chair. 3, last one, 4. So that gives you a little bit of a stretch down the back here and starts to open up in our hips. So we'll go the other leg now. 1, 2, still staying tall even though we're using these arms. 3, last one, 4. Doesn't have to be very far. Remember, it can be as small as you want today, because we can't really go for 2 without really doing lots of funny things there. We're going to keep both on the floor. And the last thing we're going to do is keeping these hips lovely and straight. You can pop your hands there. We're just going to start opening and closing the knees. So we're knocking them in, out and in here, just knocking them away from each other and back in. Again, this can be small to start with and then get bigger as you go. And you can start to go a bit faster as well. It's probably the fastest thing we'll do today. Just a little wiggle in and out, just opening in and out in these hips. And my chair is squeaking. Hopefully you can't hear that. Just a little wiggle out in the hips. Good, so hopefully we're feeling a little bit more energized through the body now. So let's just take one last little stretch to finish. Up towards the ceiling, lift those arms as far as you can. And the chest lifts up towards the sky without crushing. And drop down. See if you can touch the floor, doesn't matter if you can't. We'll come up, lift that chest to the sky, so you're as long as you can be. You're not squashing down in the chair, you're lifting up and coming down. 2 more, as tall as you can be. Reaching up with a deep breath. Come down, last one. Deep breath in and an out breath. And we're all done. I hope you enjoyed.